So this clip is from Monday's video when the week just started and I was planning my week. I planned out my entire week Monday morning, setting up all of my appointments and meetings that I have scheduled for the week. I had scheduled to record and post 2 videos, 7 reels, host 2 live classes, and check off a bunch of other things on my to-do list. Yes, it was a very optimistic time where I had high hopes that I would get it all done. Monday went well. I was able to accomplish everything that I wrote down, but by Tuesday morning, I started to feel bad, really bad, and basically I got sick. And I had to change my entire week. So what do you do when you plan out your entire week and then have to change your plans? What happens when you get sick? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to talk about how I recovered and the steps that you need to take within your planner or within your life in order to get back on track when your plans are changed. So let's go ahead and get started. So here is some stock footage of what Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday looked like because I can't show you all the actual footage. It's really not pretty. I sent emails to all of my clients, rescheduled all of my meetings and classes, and basically canceled everything until Friday. This gave me 3 days to recover. So 3 days later on Friday, I am feeling a little bit better. I am not 100%, but I am much better than I was at the beginning of the week. So I'm going to start off, the very first thing that I'm going to do is plan my day. I'm not going to look at my entire week. I'm not going to start rearranging things that I need to do just yet because I need to have a plan in place to make sure that I don't overwhelm myself. If you try to do too much too soon, it can really throw off your recovery process. So today I am just going to list 4 things that I want to do. The very first thing that I want to do is to clean. Cleaning up my space and bringing back my home, since I haven't been downstairs in about 4 days, is the best thing that can help me to start to feel like myself again. So we're going to start off with cleaning up. The second thing that I want to do is call all the clients that I was supposed to have a meeting with on Wednesday. I had rescheduled them to today, so I wanted to just check in on my notes for all of the things that I need to do for those clients to be prepared for those meetings. The next thing that I want to do is to film this YouTube video, which by the time you see this, it will be Saturday, it will be up, but I knew that that was something that I needed to do because it threw off my schedule. And the last thing that I had to do is do another class, which was my organized business intensive session. We were supposed to have it on Wednesday, but since it's rescheduled, it's happening today. So I need to prep and do some work for that. After I make this plan and I map it out and I put it on a plan my day download, once again, I am not trying to look at my entire week. This is the time where I just have my plan for today, and now I can start to clean up. So I threw on this comfy dress and some house slippers, and once again, I'm still taking it really slow. I'm not moving very, very quickly. It's going to just be a tidying up session. The kids are in the pool along with the husband, so that makes it a little bit easier to kind of walk around. Here is the state of the house. As you can see, it is not the best it's ever been. It's not the worst though. I have definitely had our house be in worse condition. So I am just going to start off in the living room area, and I am just basically tidying up, wiping everything down, sweeping, and just getting everything back on track. Of course, I like to open up the windows and let in some sunlight. I also do like to light candles to make it smell really nice in the home. And so this process just once again allows me to kind of reclaim myself, a little bit of self-care, home care, whatever the case may be. But I just absolutely love walking into a clean house. That is the very first step for me to feeling like myself and feeling mainly like I'm recovering. And I also feel as though our living room area is probably one of the easiest areas in our home to clean because we don't have a bunch of different surfaces. There's only really two main surfaces that I need to wipe down and keep clear, and that's the coffee table and the TV stand. And keeping both of those just clear after I do that, it just brings the room right back to life. So everything's right back to normal as soon as I wipe these down. After I clean the living area, the next area I went to is the entryway where we had just a bunch of boxes and packaging. So I cleared all of that out, made sure that I swept up that area, and then I am going to move into the dining area. And don't mind me if you see me smiling and laughing. It is not because of how insanely happy I am that I'm cleaning up. I am talking to my husband as I'm doing this process, so we are having another conversation, which is why I'm laughing and smiling. It's not because of cleaning up. I wish that cleaning up would make me this happy. That would make it much easier to do it, but I still do it either way. So I'm wiping down all of the dining room table, and that makes it pretty much clear here. And then the next thing I'm going to do, in the last place that I need to clean up downstairs, is our kitchen. So with the kitchen, I am going to clear out all of the trash and then wipe down all of the counters, and I'm going to also have to run the dishwasher. The dishes really piled up during this process, during this time, so I am going to have to run it twice. So I'm just going to load the dishwasher for the very first load, and then I'm going to go to work and do some work, and then I will come back and unload those dishes and then put in a new set. So now that I have reset my home, now I am going to look at work. This is the first time where I'm going to start to evaluate what I have missed and possibly start to look at how I can reschedule it. And the very first place where I am going to go is to my Google Calendar. I usually will add things to my Google Calendar when my planner is not available, so I will use both in order to help me plan and reschedule and look at different things. So looking at my Google Calendar allows me to see what appointments I have for today and how I could possibly reschedule the ones that I've missed. After looking at meetings and schedules for maybe about 30-45 minutes, I wanted to be ready for my client call. So I do have a client call on Zoom. That is what I'm about to jump into now. But as you can see, it's not an easy one-step process to get back on track after you have been sick. One thing that I like to do is add on little things throughout my current day that can help me catch up from the past things that I was supposed to do. One of those things was to look at my calendar and reschedule everything, but I'm not trying to reschedule everything at the exact same time on one day. I usually will spread it out throughout another week. After my client call, I decided to jump into my planner and just look and see where I was, track my overall progress, especially since I'm recording. When I am recording, to be honest with you guys, it does take up a little bit more of my time because I'm setting up my camera to make sure that the angles and stuff are just right for you all. And so I just have to check in with my planner more often to make sure that I am staying on track. So I have just finished with my client meetings, and I have really just looked at all of the meetings and appointments that I have already scheduled. I've rescheduled all of those, and now it is time to just start to revamp my content. Content and meetings are a majority of my work schedule. That is really what takes up a majority of my time. So when I initially got sick, I knew that that was the two areas that were going to suffer the most, is making sure that I was still able to post my content and making sure that I rescheduled and replanned out all of my meetings. So during this time, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Is I am looking at my scripts. I usually will write my scripts up in Evernote, and I'm actually scripting this video right now. And I will also look at my posting schedule, see if I need to change anything since I was not able to film throughout this week. Usually I am posting reels every single day. I was pretty successful with that because I had pre-recorded a lot of that content last week. However, next week's content will suffer if I don't find a day for filming. So that's what the rescheduling process looks like. It is basically just taking a step back and just reevaluating what I am able to do and not putting too much on myself as soon as I get back on track. I really like to pace this process out, so it will take me on average about 3 to 4 days to get back on track from a sickness. So I hope that you all have enjoyed this day in the life recovery process. As you can see, I really take it very, very slow. I am not trying to do a lot. And really, I started around 10 a.m. cleaning up, and I really stopped everything around 4 p.m. And I just went back to lay down to make sure that I kept up with my recovery process. So let me know in the comments below, have you gotten sick before, and how did you adjust? Do you take a couple days like I do to get back on track? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.